is there a dissonance between what... This has nothing to do with anything we've talked about, but I just think it's a good conversation.
Segue!
Is there a dissonance between what traditional reporters and bloggers value in teams and players? So I guess there's a contrast between what bloggers think and what traditional reporters think. Ethan and Zach doing traditional reporting, going to the stadiums, talking to people. What's your impression from having a foot in both worlds?
I would say that the traditional reporter would favor scoring more and the ability to generate points. That's something that I've argued with the other Bay Area reporters who are a little bit older than myself. I would often say, Monte Ellis is this inefficient, he's not that good, yada yada, and the response from Mark Spears or somebody like Matt Steinmetz was, well, he can get you 50 on a given night. So to me, the valuing, or from my perspective, the overvaluing of scoring was a fracture point between me and the regular old stodgy reporters. I don't know why I said stodgy without the Y with an A. That's really weird. But Zach, you continue this. Follow me up.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think it has to do with being able to create drama and to create a story and really add to the entertainment value that it's supposed to be. That helps their writing. And for some of us, I think it's a matter of it's a generational thing where we're more in tune with the internet. We're more in tune with the way advanced stats have been created, and it's kind of been a part of our world, and it's invaded their world. And I just think that it's just a matter of generations looking at things differently and valuing things differently. They value the story, they value the points, they value the drama. We are a little bit more of an analytical generation, which I think, I'm just going to say, it just makes us smarter. We're just much smarter, smugger. Is it smugger or would it be smuggier? I feel like smuggier should be the word. I don't actually believe I actually don't believe that I'm smarter than them, but I think Ethan's pretty smart.
Aw.
Well, I think there's also a big difference in the audiences, right, and how people come to the material. For
sure.
us, we're competing in a way that, we have to get eyeballs, or you have to take an angle that no one's taking and maybe appeal to a specific sect that's going to read like 15 different basketball sites every day. So they can have just a small post on, Chris Paul's inside-out dribble. Like, that works. But if you write for a newspaper and you're just and you're really writing for people who are less discerning about where they get their sports news, they just get their sports news from one source, you have to write it in a way that is not only relatable, but also, as Zach says, like, builds the drama of the season and creates the narrative. And I think that scoring is the easiest thing for people to hang on to, so it's natural for that to be sort of the piece upon which the narrative is hung. That doesn't make any sense, but you get it. And I think that that's like a big part of it. Like, the things that I want to write, just even moving from HoopSpeak to writing more for True Hoop, like, I have to really be careful that I'm not writing something that's too obscure and there'd be like a broad thing on HoopSpeak.
Yeah, aren't you glad that Chris Paul's now playing in LA? Because remember last year we couldn't write about Chris Paul. It was just a waste. Nobody would read it. It was a tree falling in the forest. You wrote this great piece on him today, and I was thinking to myself, thank God that people will actually read this. It's a total difference from last year.
Yeah, I remember we wrote like a couple things about LeBron James, and they would just go absolutely insane. And then, you write some great analytical piece about Chris Paul, and like 40 people would read it, which, if for no other reason, is why the NBA doesn't put New Orleans on TV, even when Chris Paul was there and even when they were good. It's just, there's just not enough interest. There's not going to be the viewing that they want, that their sponsors want.
To get 40 people to read what I write, that would be incredible.
You have 40 people reading, you have 4,000 people waiting for your latest Photoshop in real time. What kind of fake humility is that, Harper? That's all
I'm good for. I'm just good for the stupid crap that pops into my head. If I actually try to be smart about something, they don't care about that. They just want the monkey to dance.
This is more fake humility than Hugh Grant's entire acting career. This is just I don't know if I can support any of this.
How dare you?
All right, well, we're moments away from bringing on our next set of guests, which are going to be talking about the Mavs and Thunder, which is a phenomenal series. Israel Gutierrez sharply rated it the most interesting series thus far, although, you know, the Clippers and Grizzlies are nipping on its heel. As we get ready for this, let's take a quick question, just get in the mood. Russell Westbrook has been a really interesting player in this series. He's carried them on offense for long stretches, really been aggressive and assertive, as he always is at all the right moments. But he's also played some really great defense on Jason Terry, who is the Mavs' second scoring option. So Kirk Serious wonders, why does he defend like this all the time, and can he? And this is a question I'll also give to our guest, but what do you guys think? Is Westbrook playing this hard on defense damning for his regular season performance, or something we should just get on board with?
No, I just think that it's nothing you can ask him to do for 40 minutes a night. I mean, that it's such a unbelievably taxing thing to put that kind of effort and energy into the regular season, into every minute he's on the court. I think it's more important for him to be really good on offense, and that's what he needs to concentrate on. And then if there comes a time where he can shut down Jason Terry for 4 minutes, then, you know, he does that. But to ask a guy, I mean, everyone always says, well, Jordan was the best defender and the best offensive player. Not everyone's Jordan. Nobody's Jordan. So you can't hold everyone to that high standard.
We got to go quick, so I'll just say it. Defense is hard. That's my answer. It's hard to do night in, night out.